Okay, so we'll start. We ready?
Yeah!
We're ready. All right, we're ready. Let's start. We're gonna start talking. Okay, so for those of you who know or don't know, I'm Yoni Franzel. I'm the founder of FlexTools. We're a group of three. There's me, and there's Daria. Daria, where are you? She's come over here. She's here, and there's
I'm trying to share it.
and we have Max, our brilliant programmer, who's home right now, but I think he's watching us and probably laughing at us. And so we've been working on FlexTools for I think 2 years now, even a little bit more. For those of you who don't know, FlexTools is a plugin for SketchUp where we do our best to give you guys, architects and designers, tools to work a lot faster when you're designing your buildings. We're giving basically dynamic components, which are doors, windows, and the latest thing that we came out with now are dynamic stairs. They basically cut the time by multitudes. So let's just start. I'll just show you what we have now today. Hold on. I hear you laughing there.
Max said he's not laughing at us.
He's crying. Okay. Okay, you should be able to see my SketchUp screen now. Okay, here we go. So what I want to present, we'll start with stairs, the FlexStairs. That's what we got here together for. These are this is the new component, FlexStairs, which you can easily scale, and it automatically adds the correct amount of steps depending on the height of the floor. If we, for most of you guys, whoever, usually when you build stairs, you know, there's the old way of building a step, figuring out how high to do it, and start multiplying. Right, you can make it a component, and start copying it around, you know, and figuring out a lot of. There's a lot. It's a very complicated. I find it very complicated to build steps. Hold on. So this is let's call this the traditional way of building very, very, very simple steps in SketchUp, and something like that. Oh, we'll jump a little bit here. Basically, it's very slow, very annoying. You have to do all kinds of calculations. They're not very complicated calculations, but when it comes to making changes, it's really difficult because you basically have to build everything from the beginning. So I'm gonna give you a short overview of the settings here in the FlexStairs. Okay. So basically, I hope you guys see the mouse. If you can't see the mouse, let me know and I'll find other ways to mark things here on the screen. If you see, actually we could try that right now. We're going to, hold on. Let's do, we could try to mark things here. Thanks. Is this working? Here we go. Okay, we can mark some things here. Basically, the settings of the steps are, well, the top part over here. This is where you get to control the total dimensions of the stairs. If it's, hold on, we'll show this live. If I want to fix if I want to, okay. Over here I can control the total run, meaning if it's if I want the steps to be, let's say, 2 meters 30 in their length. So I type in here 2 meters 30, and nothing happens because we have these little lock icons here, which represent the 4 different ways of calculating the steps, and you need to use just one of them at a time. So right now, by default, the setting that is used is the comfort relationship. This is this area over here. If I want to use something else, like I was showing you before, the total run, so I have to zero out by pressing 0 and enter. And now the stairs are 230 centimeters. If I measure, let's just make sure everything's okay here. Yes, they're 230 centimeters. If I'll do, let's say 400, they're going to be 400. Now, if we want to, we can zero that out again. And then it just, nothing happens. But then we can go back to our comfort relationship of 62 or 59, or anything that suits your project and the regulations in your country. Another thing we can do here, if we're gonna, let's say, we're gonna build here this floor. I'm gonna make it 20 centimeters thick, and we'll make another floor here at 2 meters 80, or even 275. It doesn't really matter. And we'll just put this here. Something to note when you're using the stairs, it's highly recommended to place the stairs on the top floor. It's kind of might be a little bit counterintuitive, but it's a lot easier if you put it on the top floor and then just scale down. That way the steps don't move anywhere. If I were to do it the other way around, let's say place them on the bottom and scale upwards, so they kind of move, and it's not very, it's like they'd probably end up like this. So okay, we can scale the stairs from floor to floor. Notice that right now we have also another setting here which determines how the stairs are made, is the max riser height. We just changed this. It was minimum riser height, but quite a few customers complained that it doesn't make any sense, so we changed that. Let's say we're going to do here 17.5 maximum riser height. And there you go, you have the stairs just changed. You can notice that in the settings you have, there's all kinds of gray boxes here. The gray boxes show you basically the current settings, if they're not fixed or if they're fixed somewhere else. So let's say it says here that we have 16 steps. You also have it here in big on top. 16 steps. You can see what the current tread length is also here, and also on top 34.63. The tread thickness you can play around with. Let's say if I do 10, so you'll have the tread thickness. You can also see here the stringer. We have a couple of new settings that we just introduced for determining the stringer of the steps. The stringer, for those who don't know, is the bottom part here, this part. Now there are two different ways to determine the stringer. One way is to, usually you measure 90 degrees here and you measure that, and so it would show 18 in this case. That's the default we set, but it really depends if the stairs are made out of concrete, or are they made out of steel, or it really depends what you're building. So you can change that, of course, by changing here down below the minimum thickness. So if I'm going to make it 15, so to change to 15, and there it changed to 15. You can make it even 0 if you want. It's probably going to look kind of weird, and it's going to look like that. Let's bring it back to 15. Now another thing we could do is we added a new setting here where you can determine the well, sometimes what you want the steps to meet the top floor and the bottom floor nicely. So if I were to place the bottom floor here all the way at the end, yes, I know there's way too many steps here for one staircase, so we're going to add a landing. Okay, I use the interact tool over here, and you can click on any step to turn it into a landing. So after we've created the landing, we'd move the bottom floor to here to the edge, the top floor stays where it is. And going back to the stringer, we have a setting here for determining the stringer not by measuring the minimum thickness like we showed before with where it was 18 centimeters, but by the floor thickness. So that means, and our floor thickness happens to be 20 right now, so that means that the stringer is going to change, and it's going to change so it exactly meets the top floor. So it's exactly 20 centimeters. And on the bottom, in order to meet the bottom floor, which is also 20 centimeters, we have settings for extending the floor, extending the staircase towards the floors. So if I extend towards the bottom, you're going to see it's going to complete the step on the bottom. And if it were on the top, since we're right now at the exact thickness of the floor, so there's nothing really to complete, but if we were to change the thickness to back to minimum thickness, and then you see you have that extra over there, so we can extend to the top and to the bottom, and it's gonna complete that too. Okay. Alright. I hope if there's any questions, let me know. I'll probably get the questions in a 20-second delay, but I'll be glad to answer any questions you have, or if there's something not clear.
Nice feature.
What? Okay. Oh, I see a bunch of. Okay.
Need to scroll down.
Oh, I see. This, I didn't see all the questions here. Okay. Hey, you can see it. All right. Nice feature. Okay, thank you, Waku. Yes. Okay. Somebody told me I should be smiling more. Hi. Thank you, Eitan, for maybe some of you people know Eitan Oshri. He's a very good friend, and he's a very good SketchUp teacher. And I guess he hears me now, so hi, Eitan. I'm smiling. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the steps now. So basically, we covered quite a bit here. Okay, something else we could do. I'm gonna open another project here. This is over here. This is a building called the Montefiore House in Tel Aviv. It's a building that was built somewhere around 1925, 1926. I built it I built this building for an architect who needed it for a very nice preservation project, and this happens to have a staircase in it. So you see this area over here. There's a staircase inside here. So I said this would be a good example to demonstrate how the stairs work. Hold on. I see. To do switchback stairs and spiral helix stairs. Yeah, I see a question here from Doreen Collier. Like, do we do switchback stairs or U-shaped stairs or L-shaped stairs or helixes? Not yet. That is the next step that we want to be working on, is L-shaped and U-shaped. Helix is a bit tricky right now, but you can do it with the current steps if you want. Yes, I'm going to demonstrate. If we take the steps over here, hold on, I'll bring a new set of steps. And okay, with the power of a very, very nice plugin by Thom, I'm sure everybody knows him, which is called TrueBend, you can basically create. Hold on. And up. Wait a minute. Here, see, you can basically bend the steps inwards or outwards, and you have spiraling steps pretty quickly. It's not perfect, but it's something that you can do pretty quickly, and it's usually good enough for the job. But we'll go back. If you have questions about this, we'll get back to this a bit later. Okay, so let's go back to the steps we were showing here. I was going to show how I created these steps in here, and you'll see hopefully how quickly it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to delete the stairs I have in here. We'll just delete this, delete that, and we can keep this here for now. But let's see, where is the plans? Now theoretically you don't really need to use plans necessarily. I mean, specifically in this example I will use plans just to show that the stairs actually work together with plans, and they actually the dimensions actually work out. So okay, let's go right in. First thing I want to do, okay, so we basically have here 3 floors. The heights, I believe the height here is 390 for the 3rd floor, 390 here the 2nd floor, and the 1st floor is 370. So there is a difference, which means that we're going to have to make a few changes, but the changes are quick because it's flexible. Okay, so we're going to start here with these steps. Let me just flip our view. We'll reverse it. There we go, so we can see what's going on over here. Hold on. Okay, here we are. Alright, cool. Okay, so we're going to look here at, okay, we're going to bring our stairs, bring our fresh pair of stairs. Notice that they came in a bit crooked. It's not really a problem, but I would rather have our axes going the correct way. Let's see, where's the axes? There we go. Let's do it by, I don't know, here, a point over here. Okay, hopefully things will be straighter now. Bring in the stairs. Yes, now they're coming correctly. Okay, the stairs are going to have to go up from here around landing and up to there. Now note, like you asked before, we don't have U-shaped stairs, but we're going to make them right now. So it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's get our stairs. Which way are we going here? This way. Okay, we're going to do the following. Okay, actually we're going to reverse that. Okay, so we're going to try to go exactly according to the plan. If we look at the plan, hold on, there's the plan. We can see that the steps are a bit, there's a like a shift, and we're gonna measure. Let's measure just what the distance. Hold on. We can even do it like this. Okay, it's 28 centimeters. Each step is 28. If we check these ones, I think it's 29. But that's probably a mistake in the plans. So we're just gonna take any one of those. We'll start with 28. And see how that goes. Okay. All right. So we basically want to come from the top floor all the way to the floor below it, right? Which we said was 390. So we could do a couple of things. One, we could just stretch the stairs all the way, but of course that's not going to help us too much. Another thing we could do is take another staircase, copy this one over here. I'm going to rotate these steps to 180. I'm going to put the steps right here so we see them. And okay, now we can take these two. Notice that they're exactly from the top floor. These ones are connected exactly right on the bottom. And we're just going to scale this all the way down. Okay. Now, of course, you get something weird like that, but it's not a big deal. Just move these on the green line, on the green axis. And these ones, of course, they're way too long, right? So, if we look at the steps, let's open the settings here, the component options. and we're going to set the where are we here? We're going to change the tread length, right? Fixed tread. We're going to change the fixed tread to 28, what we had before. So, okay, they're all 28, but we still have way too many steps, which means that we probably have to change the amount of steps, which means we've got to change the riser height. So I'm going to change the riser height to, let's say, 17 maximum. And you'll see, okay, we got one step less or so. Right now we have 12 steps. How many do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 steps. So if we change this to 19, which is still okay. Okay, here we go. Now notice we have, notice this step here is at the same surface of the floor. And but we don't really want it there, so we're going to remove the top step. There's a setting for removing the top step. Okay, remove the top step. Each step right now is 17.7 height, which depends on which country you are and what the standards are. It could be illegal, it could be legal. And here in Israel, I think it's 17.5 for maximum for public buildings, and private buildings it's 20 centimeters, so I guess we're okay. I think. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure. So now if we look at the plan, let's just check that our stairs are in the correct height. You can see we're pretty close here, right? Yep. Yeah, we're pretty good. I think maybe, hold on. If we look again at the plan. No, don't forget we have the nosing. If we shut the nosing off, we're going to shut the nosing off, and those are going to disappear. Oh, they disappeared. Okay. And let's check. Yep, spot on. Okay, we're exactly according to the plan. So, let's see, where are we here? We'll go back to the section. So these, the top steps are okay. The bottom steps, okay, they're still in the same place over here. We're going to change them, or we could, instead of just, we could just copy them again. And notice, you know what, we'll bring the top step back on. Okay. Okay, we'll turn these around. 0, no. Oops. There we go. Okay, now let's see what's going on with these steps. These steps, we also have 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps, right? I'm going to move the steps to where they need to be. And that's pretty good. And then we're going to remove the top step. Okay, you know what, before that we'll build the landing, so you see what's really happening here. Okay, we're going to build a landing. We'll do this. Oh, let's check what the thickness of the floors are. Right now this one is 25. I think they're all 25. So we're good. 25 is great. So we're going to build the landing, which is 25. We'll just do 25 by 25 and start pulling it around. Okay. Is there any questions here? Okay. Okay, let's go around here. There we go. I'm going to make this landing into a component. Go back into the section. Bring the landing to the correct height. And, okay. And there we go. Of course, now let's cut the landing up a little bit so it meets nicely with the stairs. Oh, something got stuck. There we go. Okay, notice in the plan there's actually a little gap here between the stairs. So let's move the second stairs over here. Also, I didn't even check the did we scale them in this direction? There we go. Okay, they're a bit shorter here. Let's do the same with these. These ones are placed okay, but they're probably not in the correct scale. So let's scale them their width until they get to, there we go. Okay, width is 93.596. I guess that's what it turns out, 94. That's pretty good. Close enough. Of course, you can do exactly, I mean, you can determine with the fixed settings. There are all the fixed settings here. You can just fix it at 94 if you want, and it's going to stay 94. If you want to if you want to change it or be able to scale it, right now if I scale it, it's not going to work. It's just going to stay with the fixed setting. You want to zero it out, and then it's free. You can scale it wherever you want. So we'll just go according to the plan, just for make things easy. Okay, hi Raphael, I see just joined us, and something in, is that Japanese? I guess I can barely read that. Hello everybody. Oh, there we go. Okay, so like you see, this is the landing here. We're gonna bring the landing, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Bring the landing over here. Bring our section back so we can see what we're doing. Okay, there we go. Now notice we have here an extra step on the bottom staircase. So we're just going to do remove top step. And top step is removed. And okay, that's starting to look better. Now, of course, we want to do the extensions. Something I didn't mention before about extensions. Well, first we'll do it, and then I'll show you what happens. If we extend to the top, notice we have to change the floor thickness to 25. Right? If I do 20, so this is actually going a little bit too high. So we're gonna change it to 25 floor thickness, and it should adjust. Now it's exactly completing the stairs for a 25 floor, and the same for the bottom. You can look at it from here. We'll do top and bottom, and it should complete exactly. And if not, I don't know. Yeah, it's good. There's just a little gap here on the wall. Okay, I can correct that. Let's see, where is the? There we go. Okay, maybe it's the landing that's not in place. Yeah, it's okay now. Okay, we're going to do the same for the bottom stairs. We're going to extend it both to the bottom and the top all at once. Top and bottom. And I forgot to change the floor thickness. Notice right now it's for a floor that's 20, also here and also on the top. We'll change that to 25. And there we go. Okay, perfect. Although there is this line here, I think that's a bug. What is this? This may be, sometimes there are bugs that we haven't discovered yet. We may have discovered one right now. It could be related to, what if we change this by floor thickness? That should probably go away. Okay, there are a few little bugs here that we haven't ironed out yet. And we'll change this also too. Instead of changing we're determining again like we started before, the thickness of the stringer can be determined either by measuring 90 degrees over here by the minimum thickness, or by the floor thickness, which is over here, so it meets nicely. if we're going to do that, let's see what happens by floor thickness. So yeah, that little line went away, and it should be okay anyway. Okay, it's good. Here we are. Okay, so now, we have the stairs, these the top ones, the bottom ones, the landing. We can put them all into one component. Any component. Now, you hardly ever name my components. I don't find any use for that. Oh, I think I just, okay, it's good. And we can copy that down. Now you can see I already prepared the floors here before, but it's really easy to prepare it to get that working. And we'll copy it one more floor down. And now of course we still have the, well, because the floors are in a different height, this is 370, this was 390, so we have to adjust the stairs, right? So we can do a couple of things. We could just leave the top stairs the way they are. Let's see, how does it work? But that doesn't really work very nice with the door over here, right? We don't like that. So let's see what we can do. First of all, let's make this component unique. And now something I was going to mention before, when you scale the stairs, it is very important to shut off the extensions, mainly the bottom extension, because that can affect how the stairs scale. If, for example, if I scale it right now just a little bit to theoretically, I mean, you don't really know where it's gonna end up, because it's going according to the extension and not to the actual bottom part of the step. So, like if I just do that, you're gonna see it's gonna go to some other height. It's not gonna be correct. See, it's not really going to where I wanted it to go. So before you scale the stairs, make sure extensions are off. And the same for the bottom ones. And removing the top step is okay, we don't have to change that. And now we could just scale the whole thing and see what happens. Here we go. We'll scale this to meet the floor. And there we go. Now of course the landing probably got deformed in the process, but that's okay. We can just readjust it so it's 25. Let's see, this is, oh, it's not working because of the section. Right now it's 23 point something. So we're gonna make this, let's go 25 down. Okay. Turn on my section again. Make sure it's level in the same place. Yep, hasn't moved. Okay, and I think we're pretty good. We can turn the landings back on. The extensions, sorry. Top and bottom should complete. Oh, over there. Same with the bottom one, just top, we don't need the bottom. Okay, and now we can add make the landing to meet the stairs exactly where we need them. Okay, so there we have it. I think we have all the stairs in place. I think all the landings are correct. Maybe a little line there, not a big deal. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now another thing, another nice setting we have here for the stairs is you can play with the tread like we played before. You can change the thickness of the treads. Where's the tread thickness? Like right now it's 3.4. We'll change it to 8, for example. So you'll see everything became 8. You can pull the nosing out 4 centimeters. The nosing came out. We can also change the tread returns. Tread returns are the side part of the stairs. So right now tread return is at 0. Well, let's say we'll also do 4. And notice there's left and right, or left only, or right only. So if we're looking at the steps, right now we want them to go that way, right? So there we go. You have them coming out. Actually, it's the stairs stay the same width, but it's the stringer that's getting narrower. And over here you'll see it's right on the wall. So we can do that to all of the stairs. Now, of course, then you gotta adjust the landings a little bit. Ooh, what happened there? Oh, actually, we don't need this part, I guess, or unless this changed from below. Yeah, that's because I didn't make it unique. Hold on. Let's make these unique. Okay. Bring it back to where it was. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you would probably do the same thing here for these stairs. We're going to change the nosing to 4, and the tread return, we said also we're going to do 4 and to the right, and it should go boink. There we go. And we want the thickness to be, what was it? What did we do? 8? And there you go. So since this is the same component, we could just copy it. And we got that one going. And with these ones we can do the changes again. Nosing, we said 4, tread thickness 8, and returns 4 and to the right. Okay, same thing here. Tread return. We're almost done with this part. Right only, tread return 4, we said, nosing 4 and 8. Okay. And yeah, that looks okay. And there we have our steps. Yeah, there. That was pretty quick, I think. And of course, what's nice about this is you need to make changes. The floors move up, move down. It's really not so difficult to, you just turn off the extensions, scale the stairs again, scale them, and that's it, and you're done. And just a few adjustments here and there. Well, okay, what else did we want to cover? Are there any questions? If there are any questions, we'll be glad to answer. In the meantime, let's see, you can also see the steps from here. Oh, we missed a landing over there. Alright, there we go. Yeah, works. Okay, what else? Okay, and also if you have questions about the stairs, so yeah, feel free to type anything in the comments. And another thing, like the stairs, for those of you who don't know, we also have windows and doors, and you can ask questions about those if you want. Most of the components here were used with FlexTools. Some were a bit more customized, and like these, the doors and windows here aren't part of FlexTools. We haven't gotten there yet, but they're all using the wall cutter algorithm, which comes with FlexTools. So if I were to, let's say, delete this door, you'll see that the wall heals itself. Same with these windows here. Or I can move this window over here, and you see the opening moves. This may be, I think this is also dynamic. This I actually used a part of the casement window. I actually used the casement window and modified it so it would be these shutters. You can actually do that too. But everything inside, I think this was a combination of the slats. Hold on. The slats, the flex slat, and all kinds of manual edits that I did there. But yes, everything here is flexible, or a wall cutter. Like I can just delete this and it disappears, and it heals, and it all works with the sections. So if I were to run a section through these components, hold on, you'll see that. Sorry, what's going on here? you'll see that everything is solid. It cuts really nicely through everything. So we can go back to our section here. But it's escaping. What does that mean? I think Derain Collier, you said something about escaping. I'm not sure what you mean. So if you can elaborate. Okay, another thing here I wanted to show you guys. And of course, there's the all the windows here. They're also flexible, so you can play around. They also open up. Okay, everything is flexible here.
These are
At least
flex
these are all
slide.
flex. These are the sliding door, the sliding windows, which is over here in the toolbar. These guys here. Oh, that didn't cut. Why is it not cutting? It happens. There you go. There's probably something in the way over there, or some floor. Yeah, there's a floor over there, which is kind of bothering. What else do we have here? Basically doors. Also the doors here. You have doors over here. You open the door, and it's not opening. Okay, there we go. It is opening. So also this is also flexible. Okay, so basically that's it about FlexStairs. We could. Is there anything else we'd like to say about them? Oh, landings. We could talk a little about the landings. Maybe let's think how we could do that. Well, we could. I don't know. Let's just. Okay, we'll use wall cutter and FlexStairs together. And we're gonna place some stairs here on the roof. We'll make open the wall cutter dialog, and we're gonna convert them to wall cutters. Bam! They're cutting the wall, cutting through the floor. Right now, if we scale them vertically. And there we go. So we have some stairs going to the roof. Ooh, there's a diagonal. It's kind of cool. Okay. Let's maybe straighten them out a bit. There we go. Of course, if there are too many stairs, you can always add a landing. So if we do that, let's see, how can we see this nicely? There, click this way. Just add a landing. Click. It adds a landing on the clicked step. This isn't the best example because the stairs are going into the wall here, but we can just move this out so you can look at the stairs here. Basically, right now there's one landing. You can move it around between the different steps. Just click on the step.
Why are they near?
Why are they? Well, they're nice in there because it's not a very. Can't see anything in there. I see. Wait, there's some questions. Hold on. Okay. That's it. Flex doors. Okay. It's not in line with the wall. Alright, okay. I will send an image via message. Okay, yeah, sure, Derain. If it's like a personal thing about, specifically about some door or something you're having problems, sure, send me an email or catch me in the chat later. I'll be glad to answer it because it's kind of hard right now to determine what's going on there. Anyway, so a little bit more about the stairs. Oh, we can go back to this. Not this. Where were we? Here. Bring in some stairs. And okay, we can add the landing on any stair. Notice that it's also by clicking or also at the bottom of the interface. Over here, there's the landing area. You can tell it exactly on which step the landing is going to be. So if it's going to be step 4, so count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where the landing is. It's going to be 8. It's going to be landing number 8. by default, the length of the landing is the width of the steps. So if I make the steps wider, the landing is going to also grow that way. We can move these guys away. And if that's by default, if you want to determine how long you want it to be, so you can just type in, oh, wrong steps. You don't want to do that in those ones. Hang on. If you do want to deform the steps, I highly recommend to zap them. Zapping basically takes out all the dynamic attributes out of them. So then nothing will happen once you stretch it or play around with it. Back here, let's say we do 250 landing. So you see 250. What else? Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, okay, we can stay here another minute or two. Let us know if whatever. We're here. Like we were using true bend before. You can change this to 30 sides or 50 sides, 50s, and you can bend the stairs nicely with the landing, and it looks pretty nice. Yep, it works. But if you're going to change these, so yeah, zap them. You can just scale them or whatever. Wow, I love the stairs plugin. Oh, that's great, Doreen. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I think we'll end it here.
Wait another 5 minutes
we'll
for the questions.
yeah,
maybe
because there's a
prepare.
crazy delay here between us talking and the comments coming in, so we'll wait a few more moments in case there's some more questions, and so we're here. Okay. And we can show the stairs we built before. All right. What are you hiding
Very
there?
nice.
Very nice. You agree? Hey, come here. You can say hello to Daria again.
Oh, goodbye.
Or goodbye. Okay. Oh, we have an okay from Andy. Hi, Andy. Okay. Yeah. If you want to see me, if you anything else, we'll be glad to do more. Just let us know. What about what we want to say about the website or something? Or yeah, all the information is that you can see it under us over here. How do I change that? Something like that. There we go. You can see us now. Yeah, all the information is at FlexTools.cc, wherever that is down there. So you can find more info there.
Yeah,
Okay.
spread the word.
And spread the word. Yes, spread the word about FlexTools. We need your support. Okay, so I think we're gonna be signing out.
No questions?
Oh, it's almost an hour. Oh, plus testing time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so adios, guys. It was great talking. Yeah, we'll probably have this available on Facebook for whoever wasn't here, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.